Oh, damn, we're live. 10-4. Everyone awake. We're all good. It's all good. Just I wasn't prepared to say the hi. So what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? How are we feeling? I don't even know. Is today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? Wednesday. Tuesday? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. We're doing great. All right. So I'm just kind of opening us up with an open heart aspect of I had all day today. I was texting Lex like, dude, I have no idea what I'm gonna say. She's like, just say whatever comes to your mind. I'm like, no, literally, like there's nothing in there. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm like, and it wasn't until like, I don't know, seriously, maybe an hour ago that just these things started kind of like flowing to me. And so I felt like I'm hoping somebody gets something out of this. I just felt like these are some things that need to be said. So, my somewhat topic is like open heartedness. And I just kind of broke it into like little sections that I'm finding myself remembering how to get better at, or remembering that I need to be doing these every day because if I'm not doing them, my team's not. And I was actually just telling somebody that earlier. I actually think it was Sierra, who's one of my distributors, but I was telling her like, about the call last night with Rochelle, that just things really started to kind of click for me. And they kind of just, I don't know about you guys, but I told Lex earlier, like I felt genuinely good after that call. And that was like some deep shit, like high key, like that was some like get real with yourself, like get real with all of us, because we're either in the same boat or we're either been there or someone's going to hit there eventually. And so that call, like for me, was really something that just reopened my eyes. And I just didn't even know that I needed to hear that. And like Rochelle got on last night saying, like, I don't have any notes, but so let's just go. Like, and she just kept saying, like, stick with me, stick with me, stick with me. And like the whole time I was just like, I'm trying to stick with you, but damn it, I don't know whether I'm like actually cold or like my fingertips were cold and my bones were literally, I was like, my legs are shaking. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel weird. So I don't know. I just felt genuinely good this morning. I found myself woking up was what I was going to say. Yes, everyone woke. I found myself woke this morning. Thank God bless up for another day. But I woke this morning and I just like told myself, I'm like, today's going to be a good day. Like, I feel really good about it. That's the first thing I said to myself. And like usually the first thing I do is I check my emails because I'm that person that checks her emails at 6 a.m. Who the hell does that? Okay, I also read the newspaper. Lex has a photo album. Like straight up, I'm a weird person. Okay. So like literally 6 a.m. I wake up on the dot almost always at 6 a.m. And I read my emails and I look and I look and I look and I just find myself canceling things out like, delete, 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 garbage, 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 spam, 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 whatever, whatever. There's like one, maybe two. Yes. And I also watch the news. One, maybe two emails that I'm like 90 years old at heart, y'all. Okay, bye. So anyways, back to my subject. Leave me alone. Don't hate. Appreciate. Um, is I don't even know what the hell it's saying. So hold on 2 seconds here. It'll come to me. These emails. Okay, so I'm like thinking to myself like what's hitting me or whatever. But the first thing I literally, and I didn't even mean to like tell myself this morning, but the first thing I said like before I grabbed my phone was I woke up feeling really good. And it was not that I got enough sleep, I'll tell you that. It was not that I went to bed and and I just was like, I'm gonna have a damn good day tomorrow. Like it was not that. It was just I woke up and I told myself today is gonna be a good day. And I texted Lex this morning and I was sharing like a small win. Like I haven't felt excited about my business in like a while. And like messaging for me has kind of been tedious and just kind of like, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it, but I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. But like today I had like 7 back to back to back like serious PDTs. And I have felt like I haven't had that in a while. And like for myself, that was really exciting for me. So I was just like, let's go. Like I'm excited. Like let's go. And so while I was thinking about what to write for this, I just kind of put down different little subjects. So my first one was like training. I know a lot of y'all are bringing in new distributors. I will get there, but I'm getting there. So a lot of y'all are bringing in new distributors. And like something that was on my mind for this was like understand that we were in that spot at one point, whether that was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 7 years ago, etc. We were in that spot at one point. We have to remember it's so important to be patient and understanding and just give as much knowledge as you can. And I put this in here because one of the girls I was talking to was actually a distributor last year. And she was like, well, they kept charging my card and I just didn't know what was going on and my person didn't help me. Well, I thought to myself, like, unfortunately, some of us could be like that, or someone we could have a distributor who accidentally inhabits those habits, and we don't want that. I always tell them, like, I'm trying to be the best that I can. So if you have any questions, honestly, ask me anything. The one question everyone asks is, how much do you make? Well, that's a personal question. You don't go up to somebody at their 9 to 5 and be like, hey, how much do you make? Or like a manager at, I don't know, McMenamins, like, hey, how much do you make? Like, that's rude. And so I kind of like gently told her, I'm like, we don't really walk up to somebody and say, like, hey, how much do you make? You know? So I sent her the income disclosure and I kind of went over it with her. And she was like, I had no idea this was even a thing. Like, this is so helpful. Like, thank you for taking the time to like understand and give me all the information that I need. And I told her, I'm like, we're not required to hold on to product. That's one of the best things that we could offer for this company is that we're not required to. I can tell you all four of us love the products. I see you guys using them every day. I freaking love the products. I love the skincare. I love the coffee, hair, skin, and nails. My hair is, I just cut it off, but it's literally like usually this big and a half. And like, I don't know about you guys, but I love the products. Okay. And I tell them, I said, you know, that's something that your enroller had misinformed you about is the one of the best, and like something that I share with everybody when I'm talking to them is that we don't have to hold on to product. And so for her, she was told she has to buy product, she has to buy X amount of product, and she has to pay all these things or whatever each month. She was told she had to give 2 auto ships per month, and that's just misinformation. And that's the kind of stuff that like ruins it for the rest of us, is that people are just so underinformed. So one thing I've been asking people is, for her, I asked her, I was like, would you ever give it another shot if you were on the right team and if you felt like you were being supported and you could go with somebody that you trust? And because I took the time to get to know her and I took the time to get to hear her out on where she was feeling iffy about the company in general, is because one person misinformed her. And it reminded me of that analogy last night that Rochelle was using about the girl's hair. One lady told her she didn't like her hair, and that just determined her hair for the rest of her life. And so I thought to myself, I'm like, it's not that I want to change her mind about joining me. It's that I want to change her mind about the business, because it's less about me than it is about the whole. And I don't want her to have a bad taste in her mouth about the whole than it is with like me. Like, I could care what she thinks about me. Like, I don't give a shit. I got like 30 other friends on the side here. Like, I don't care. But what I want to do is I want to tell her, like, this is not a bad company. We are not a bad company. We have so much to offer, especially with the Bankit bonuses. Like, so much to offer, whether it's for you, we have products that your children can even take, like chocolate greens or like the super reds or whatever. So it's not just for us. So I wanted to really put that in there. Like, when you're training, it's like there's a part that takes part before they sign. There's a part that takes part where they need to hear you, trust you, and understand you and what your business is about. Because each of our businesses, all four of us here, are different. They're completely different. I'm not the same as Lex, Mac, Bree. I'm not the same as you guys. I can tell you guys that now. I'm probably psycho crazy. Mac's probably more like, let's get this shit done. And I'm like, what up, dude? How you doing this morning? Like, how's it, what you have for breakfast? Like, and Lex is probably like, here are the 10 steps to do this, like, I love you so much. But like, I'm just saying, like, we're all so different, and that incorporates in our businesses. So for training, it's super important to just remember, like, we were in that spot. We were scared. We were nervous. We didn't understand at first, and we may not have taken it as seriously, just like other people aren't, like, at the moment. But with time, with effort, with patience, it gets somewhere. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. But also, there's a little portion on like interaction that I wrote. And so, like, obviously interacting can go one or two ways. You can either high key intentionally interact, or you can be like my dumbass and just like end up accidentally scrolling, but like not on purpose. And then being like, shit, I have to start over my timer because I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. All right, back to the like square one. And so for me, I heard this in a training video I was watching this morning, and I thought it was just super important for all of us to hear. So it was like, no matter the amount of likes, no matter the amount of shares, no matter the amount of comments that you get on your stuff, somebody is still watching you. Somebody is still learning from you. They don't, because then they asked this, they said, like Lex, you're watching me for a year. For instance, I didn't really know Lex before I started the business, but like Bree, you knew Lex before you started the business. Mac, I don't know if you do, but like Bree, you knew. Did you comment on all Lex's stuff? Did you like all her posts before you decided to join? Like, no. And I thought to myself, and I'm like disgusted because I don't post every day, and that's like not on purpose, but it's just like, it's not something I keep up with, and that's something that I need to better myself because people are watching me. Like, I had a girl message me the other day, hey, do you still sell at Works? I need to buy some products in February. And I'm like, oh, she had to ask me if I still sell at Works. And I was kind of like, what the fudge? Yes, I still sell at Works. But I was like, kind of like, oh, has it really been that long? And like, it just kind of just smacked me in the face. And as shitty as it sounds, like, it just was like, dude, like somebody literally had to, like, they went to your page and they had no idea that you sold at Works. And I was like, well, it's not that like I need to be like, hey, I'm in It Works girl, but I'm not talking about my products or my opportunity enough for somebody to remember that I'm still a part of this business. Granted, I may be doing it more on Instagram than I do on Facebook. Facebook I just use for like, oh, because there's so many people you can add on there or whatever. But I fell off on that, and that's like on me. That's my beat. Like, that's me. And like Bree's on my team, but Bree does a killer job with posting. Like, shout out, dude. Like, I wish I would do that shit. Like, I would just wish I would do it. And it just like is so like it was just a smack me across the face moment that I was like, damn. Okay, well, all right. So let me figure this out and I'll get back to you, girl. Yeah, February. Okay, I'll wait till February. See you later. But like, it's just what the hell. So I just really like that like whole thing, no matter the amount of people that comment, share, like, or whatever, there are still so many people that watch you, which is why we message, which is why we get like so much power out of word to mouth and like knowledge that way. So I really like that. And I just wanted to put that in there. But then also I was like laughing because this training I was watching that I was trying to get like inspired from, they were like laughing about it. They're like, we talk about self-development and mindset all the time. And it's not just to like piss you off because we like to repeat ourselves, but it's because it actually does something for you. And I like laugh because I'm like always telling somebody, I'm like, so what are you reading? Or like, what are you working on or something? And like for myself, I feel like I can really be accountable as far as like working on my mindset or watching a training video or watching some self-development. Like I feel like I don't fall off a lot on that subject because that's the only shit that gets me through the day. But like, I don't know about you guys, because like if I don't do it, I'm a mess. Like I'm a total mess. It was nuts because they talked about 80% of your daily thoughts are actually negative, whether you mean them to be or not. It's just a natural human thing for all of us. It's 80% of that is just negative. And again, we don't mean to be, we don't think. So when I woke up this morning and I told myself today's going to be a good day, or like I feel good about today, all day today, that's the one thing that I've been thinking about is when I was writing this part self-development and I was like, what do I say for this? Like, do I recommend something? Do I just say like, keep doing it, it gets you somewhere, yay, jazz hands? Or like, do I just like tell you that I'm being real? Like, I think about it. I thought about it all day today when I didn't want to send my messages earlier because I was laying on the couch watching Criminal Minds. I did not want to send my messages. Okay. I was literally sitting there like, damn, he's fine. But I was like, I have to do this because today is like a good day. Like it's one thing that I reflected back to. And it was just so nuts for me because it was the first thing I said to myself this morning. So like, not to give you homework, but like just try it tomorrow before you do anything, before you journal, before you make your coffee, literally the second you wake up, today's going to be a good day, and watch yourself think about it all day tomorrow. It's going to be so nuts because I didn't even mean for myself to tell myself that this morning. I just woke up feeling that way. And all day today, I've carried that. I don't know what it was, but it was such a good feeling. And then it made me feel good about my business, and it made me want to do the things again. And it made me want to tell people about this opportunity. And it made me want to do X, Y, and Z with my business and reach out to my distributors and see how they're doing, what I can do to help. And just felt like in a good headspace about it. So honestly, I won't tell you to keep doing it, but keep doing it. And just try to do that for yourself tomorrow, just so you guys can see what I feel like. And if you didn't watch the call from last night, like Rochelle put things in perspective AF. Like I know all y'all's was on it, but for anyone watching this on replay, like seriously find that and watch it. It was just I don't even know how to explain how good of it was. Um, what are my notes? Oh, also, I was kind of putting this in for me is like the more that I wake up and I tell myself today's gonna be a good day, or today I'm gonna be productive, or today I'm gonna work hard, or today I'm gonna feel good about my business or whatever, it actually helps you long term, whether that's with your goals, whether that's genuinely with your mindset, or whether it's with your daily goals. You know, if you said today, like, oh, I want to sign a distributor and I want to sign, or I want to sign a distributor and I want to put 2 posts up and go live. Let's just say those are your goals for the day. You're telling yourself today's a great day. Well, you're going to put your hair in a side pony here and put these scooters up and you're going to say, hey guys, I'm live. Like, what am I doing? Shit. How's it going? But you're going to do the damn thing. Like, you know, you're just going to do it and you're going to have fun with it and you're going to screw it up because I can't talk in front of you guys to this day, but like, you're going to screw it up, but whatever. It's just, like, it's fun. And people are like, oh, that girl's real. Like Rochelle was saying last night was, I don't want to be that it works girl. I want to be somebody who are like, oh, she ran a successful business, but like, you know, she passed, whatever her analogy was, like if I died tomorrow or whatever. So it'll just change your your actions and motivate. Um, Oh, and then this was kind of like what I told you guys, like tomorrow when you wake up, like pick a focus is what I wanted to call it. Whether it's enrollments, whether it's money, whether it's guidance, confidence, whether you're having bad anxiety tomorrow or depression, like you're just feeling really upset and you're not in the best headspace, focus on that. Okay. Write in the morning, write 10 immediate, like put a piece of paper and a pen by your bed tonight. Wake up in the morning. The first thing you're doing is writing 10 affirmations to yourself about X amount subjects that you wrote, whether you pick 2, whether you pick 1 or whatever. And then at the end, today's going to be a good day. Then you pick up your phone. I won't read my emails at 6 a.m. tomorrow, but then you'll read your phone and I won't look at the news. I won't do any of that crap. I'll just do what I'm telling you guys I'm doing and I'll share it if I want, if like you guys feel like whatever, you know, keep accountable to each other. But anyways, that's kind of a rant for that. For that section. I only have a couple more. One of them is trial and error. Okay. So like here I am 2 years into my business. And let me tell you, every day is a damn trial and error. Okay. So I will figure out things that work for me. I was telling Lex this morning, like I'm a structural person. I don't even know if I said that word right. Structural person. I have to have a schedule. I can't not. This freedom of time shit, it's real nice and all, but I find myself doing absolutely nothing. Okay. I literally like don't want to work my business. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lounge around and do whatever the hell I want. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. So I fell off because I let that be an excuse for me. I have never had that. I'm not a person that can sit down and like spend 10 hours doing absolutely nothing. Like I've never been that person, but I turned into that person because I let myself do that. I stopped following my schedules. I stopped doing my 6 a.m. wake up calls with you guys. I stopped doing, you know, 8 to 9 a.m. is X amount of this, 50 messages, posts, et cetera, et cetera. So I stopped doing that. And that's on me. That's on me just getting lazy and loving this lifestyle. This lifestyle might be for me when I'm 45, but right now this ain't for me. Okay, dogs, like this is not for me. I will tell you that. I literally was telling Lex this morning, like I'm starting another job, but it's supplemental. It's not in the ER anymore. But because I'm like, I need to go back to doing something where I figured that I was the most effective when I would come home after a 12 or 14 or 16-hour shift, as shitty as it was, okay, draining and literally so nuts of me. I would come home and I would work damn hard because I would remember why I didn't want to do that, why I wanted to be out of that position. And I'm not saying go get yourself some shitty ass job for 20 plus hours a day. Okay. I'm not saying that. Please don't do that, dear God. Don't follow in my footsteps. But I mean, that for me was driving me. That for me was motivating for me. And that put me on a structured, thank you, on a structured schedule. Okay. And so that works for me. So I'm going back to what I did best when I was doing best in my business. And that was if I have to wake up at 5 a.m., go to work for 5 hours, come back home and realize I only have 6 hours to do everything, then that's what's going to work for me because that's for me what I need to do. So there's always so much learning, trial and error in this business and what we do and how we're doing it, because my days look hella different from Lex's. Lex has got 2 kids and a dog who likes to be like, nah, dog, you is not the owner. I'm the owner, okay? And like 90% of the time they're fighting while she's like holding a little baby. And she's like, Otis, stop it, Otis, stop it. And like for me, I'm over here like, Zayden, I swear to try me again, bro. Okay. I don't know about y'all. I just know that because I watch her do it all the time. So I'm calling her out for that. But anyways, like there was just so much, like it's kind of like parenting. Our business is kind of like parenting, you know? It's just like, damn it, I did it at the end of the day. You're just like, dang, I did the damn thing today. I got through the day. I had fun, whether it sucked. Today was shitty. Tomorrow's better. I'm having a good day. Like, I literally feel like I did absolutely nothing today, but I actually worked my business like to the like top. And I'm like feeling good. It's like 9 p.m. And I'm like, now what the hell do I do? Because normally I'm catching up on things right now. And I'm like, what do I do after this? Like, anyways, so my learning subject or whatever was like, there's always learning, there's always room to grow, whether it's about learning about how to treat people, take care of people, whether that's our distributors or customers, the products, what's working in the moment, what's not working in the moment. And always remember that you can ask questions. Like, I hope you guys, I was telling a girl today, like, I hope you feel comfortable talking to me, whether you're going to join my business or not. You know, I hope you feel comfortable asking me questions. And I hope that you guys feel that way too, whether I'm your direct enroller or not. Like, I hope in the end game, you know, that you can always come up to me and just say, like, dude, I'm really fucking struggling. Or like, dude, what do I do here? Like, I have this situation, or you need help with how to respond. Earlier this morning, I literally sent Lex a screenshot. Okay, I sent Lex a screenshot. And I'm like, does this girl have a tone or is it just me? Okay, like, I'm sorry, but how do I respond to this? And I don't even remember. Lex is like, I don't think so. And I'm like, no, I'm coming at this sideways because I think she got a tone. Okay. And like for me, I was just like at the end of it was like laughing. I was like, Tam, you are hella dramatic. You need to chill. But like I'm still asking questions. Like I almost asked her, like, how do I respond to this? But then I was like, you know what? Like I can't doubt myself like that because it's so weird. But like when I was thinking about saying this part is I thought about how Rochelle said how she took one of her kids because she basically subconsciously told Brian he couldn't take care of both of them. Like I just thought about that and I'm like, I'm going to Lex asking for help, but that's not how it is I'm not telling myself I can't do it. I'm just like, dude, what the hell? This girl's sideways right now. And I need her to be vertical because she's about to go down because I don't like when people give me attitude. Like that's not me. Don't give me attitude and we're going to be good. Everything will be fine after that. Like, so I don't know. I just like, don't be afraid to ask the questions, even if it's something like I sent it to Lex and I'm like, yo, this girl's sideways right now. And then I was like, but I responded this way. Is that cool? Like, does that sound okay? And Lex was like, yeah, bro. And I'm like, all right, don't roll your eyes at me. I feel that on the other side. But anyways, like, you know what I mean? Like, have fun. Like, I love to see you guys laugh. I love to see you guys having fun. And this business isn't just like all serious. And I was putting up my post from last night's call this morning and I was writing it over and over and over and over again because all I wanted to get out there was we have fun. Like, no, we can cry together, we can laugh together because we've built a community within our, like, this business brought that to us and we have to share that and have fun with it. And we have to remember that, like, you can feel damn shitty about your business for X amount of months, but you're always going to have somebody next to you who's going to uplift you, whether that's Bree, Lex, Max. I just called you Max. My fucking cat's name is Max. I'm so sorry, dude. Sorry. I have a trailer mouth and I really need to figure out how to deal with that. I did mean Mac, but if you'd like to go by Max, I'll accept that too. Anyways, see, it's fun. We have fun. We laugh. It's great. But my last one is like want and drive. Like I kind of decided, I don't know how to come about this one because for me, I feel like I'm still figuring it out. But you have to figure out what you're really going for. And if it's not, if your why's, I mean, the whole, like, if your why is not strong enough, you're crying about it or whatever, that doesn't work for me. Like, that's just like some other words for me. For me, it's like when I go back to a job and I'm working again and I understand how much I took this time for granted, that's the shit that's going to make me want and like drive more. That's what's going to make me get through my day. And sure, I'm starting in a new area, so maybe telling them I have IBS and spending 25 minutes in the bathroom is probably not my strong suit. I'm probably going to end up doing that because I'm like, man, sorry, business is priority. Like the hospital can wait. Sorry, you've got COVID patients, but the hospital can wait. I'm like, I'm busy doing my own thing. Okay. I might as well as do that because I know that when I start this, I'm going to be like, I really should have not taken all that time for granted. And I'm telling myself that now, and I'm understanding that, but I'm not going to understand that until I'm back in the position I was before. So don't take your situation for granted right now. If you're home and you're working full time from home, you're doing this, you're spending the time with the little kiddos, with your animals, whatever the heck it is, take it, look at it right now, and realize like I have all this in front of me, but one day I might not. If I didn't get my ass cheeks working, and I'm saying cheeks because those little guys move when you walk, if you don't get them working, like we're not gonna get anywhere. Okay, the chugga chugga choo choo is not gonna go. I'm not gonna like, I gotta like hold damn tight to that rope because your train is back here and I'm like chugga chugga choo chooing up there. Okay, so obviously we gotta like hitch on to each other and like chugga chugga choo choo together. But like I'll pull that string if I have to. Okay, I will do it. Okay, it might like help me lose some of this arm chub up here, but I don't want to do that. Anyways, I know Lex is changing E, so I could like rant on about life, but I guess I will. So Lex, change it fast. Okay, let's see.
No, I can go.
What else?
I can totally go.
Are you sure? I just feel bad. Sorry, Connor. At me next.
Okay, so the only things that I wanted to go over, it'll be pretty quick because honestly, like, he's about to go to bed and shit's crazy. So, there were a couple things. Kayla was gonna go over some. Hi, Kayla was gonna go over some stuff tonight. He's fine. But I'll cover them for her because her flight is like messed up or whatever, and so she is getting home later than she thought she was going to. But I wanted to share some of the things that she brought up last night that we had talked about that I thought was just like good for everybody to hear. So number one was talking about she like organizes her notes, which is so different than me because I don't organize my notes. Like if you guys literally, I have like just notes on notes on notes and I don't organize them. So she has them literally all categorized to PDT, PLC, follow up with customers, like all of the things. She has different like albums for them. I don't know exactly what to call. Of course you do. Matt does too. He's like saying hey. But she organizes all of them. So she was going to go over all of that, but I just want to encourage you because she was showing me kind of what she was doing, and it's something that I want to start implementing, is just getting more organized and not using that as like something that you tack onto your 6 list or whatever. It's just something that we need to do so that we can easily and more accessibly respond to distributors, potentials, like all of the things. So yeah, text replacement is great, but like you can't text replace everything, right? Like there's certain things that I like need to copy and paste, but sometimes I spend so much time like finding what I need to copy and paste that they're waiting too long for me, if that makes sense. So we were just trying to look at different ways that we could be more efficient with how we're responding to both distributors and potentials and customers. So if you have a note section, like when you do your content creation day or whatever it is that you guys are like implementing to try and be more efficient, I would just suggest like creating albums or finding a system, I guess is what I'm looking for, to make that easier and more accessible for you guys. The other thing that she wanted to go over was like writing down aha moments from trainings that she watches or from self-development that she listens to, so that when you are going to write a post or you're going to prep your content for the week, you know, and you have a list of things that you can go after. So you're not just looking at like a list of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, blah, 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 all the way through the week, and you're like trying to write posts, right? If you have a list of things or aha moments or quotes or whatever it is that you've written down, you can be like, okay, here's this quote. That's how I'm going to start my post. And I'm just going to like go off of that. It just, I guess the word I'm looking for is inspiration. Like it gives you inspiration for the things that you're going to write about, and it doesn't feel so forced. Like you guys have heard me talk about inspired action and inspired blank, right? Like whether it's a post, a TikTok, like whatever it is that I'm doing, like I like to feel inspired by what I'm doing. And if I don't, it feels like blah, is I guess is the best word for me. And so if it feels to you, it feels the same way to your network and to your potentials and to your distributors. Like if you don't have an energetic vibe with whatever you're talking about, it totally reciprocates to whoever you're talking to. So she wanted to go over that. And then also something that she does that I do also, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too, but I want to make sure that everybody is doing, is when you see a TikTok or you see a reel or you see a post that you like, that you're screenshotting it and you're putting it in an album to save for later so that you can recreate it in your own way, in your own words. Because the best part about this business, and something that I've preached forever, is that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like we are not here to like figure out how to do it works, figure out how to sell products, figure out how to get distributors, figure out how to do self-development. Like it is literally black and white laid out for us on how to work this business. We just have to look at what other people are doing and duplicate that, and then teach our teams to duplicate that. And Rochelle talked about that last night too. Like duplication is so key. It is what will take you to the top of this business. Is number one, doing it for your own personal business, and then teaching your team to do the same, right? Like it's not just you doing it, it's you and your team doing it. And it goes back to what Nat was saying, where she was like, if I don't do it, my team's not doing it. You can almost guarantee yourself that if you're not sending your messages, your team's not sending your messages. If you're not putting up posts, your team's not putting up posts. Like that's what we talk about, leading from the front, right? Like we have to be doing the things for our team to do the things. So make sure that you're screenshotting things or like taking some sort of mental note or writing it down or whatever of like ideas that you see that are like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that popped off for her. Like I need to do that too. And then do it. Like Mackenzie, you've been really good. And I want to like toot your horn for a second. Like you've been doing really good about looking at TikToks and looking at reels of Max about what's been working, and you've been doing it, and I'm really proud of you for like showing up and doing that, because not a lot of people, excuse me, have been, I don't want to say taking my advice because it's not just my advice, it's every top leader in the company, but on doing TikToks and reels. And it's what's popping right now. And you don't know what video is going to go viral. And you have to just keep creating content so that you have the opportunity to get yourself in front of those people. And that's what's working right now. And you guys, things have evolved so much from when Nat and I first started, or from when I first started. Like things are so different now than what they were when I first joined. And they're going to keep changing. Like things are forever changing. So many people are leaving Facebook. Like Facebook is like a blimp in the air right now as far as social media goes. And Instagram and TikTok are like the shit, right? So we have to be adaptable, and we have to be able to just like understand that we're working a social media based business, and whether it makes us uncomfortable or not, we can't get complacent in not only our income, not only where we're at in life, but how we work this business. Complacency doesn't build success. So we have to be able to adapt and grow with the times, if that makes sense. Okay, so bonuses obviously have been announced. I'm not going to like go into too much detail because I don't want to have to like pop an income disclosure in here. But there are huge bonuses on the table, you guys. And what I really recognized, and I've always known this, and I hope that you guys feel this way about me, like I know that it's not all about me. And I check in with you guys all the time. And I can honestly take pride in the fact that like I genuinely care about y'all. But there are, of course, ways that I can improve. And there are totally things that I need to be like more accountable for. So I just want to put out there again for you guys, and obviously whoever is watching this recording, like if you need a weekly check-in and that is something that would be beneficial to you, do not allow yourself to suffer in silence. Tell me. And I will literally put a reminder because I have multiple girls who I check in with weekly. How's your sixless going? What are you feeling? How are you doing? Like, how is life? You know what I mean? And Rochelle reminded us of that last night, is like, this is a people-based business. It's not just sales. Like, we are here for each other. Hang on. We gotta give E's Binky. We are here for each other, and like we need to remind our especially new distributors, like we're here from them for them, and we are coming from a place of love, and like we genuinely want to help them. That is honestly like what is going to help them start in the beginning, because they almost feel, just like Rochelle was saying, like they're doing it for you, because their why needs to make them cry. Like we always talk about that cliche saying, right? Like your why needs to make you cry. And yes, you can get super hyped about your why, but when you feel like someone else, like you're responsible for someone else and you're responsible for your team, that sense of accountability is so much stronger than just your why. Like you need both. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to like swim down, just like Ashley Mayfield was saying during our conference. And it's not the first time that we've heard this, right? We need to swim down. We need to look at our team. We need to see what everybody's doing, because I always heard, and I can't remember who told me, I'm pretty sure it was Fair, cream rises to the top, right? Like when the cream rises, it's at the top. It's not the milk. The milk's always there. That's going to be your runners. That's going to be you. That's all the things that you guys are doing as a team. But the newbies, and when we talk about new blood, when we talk about new fresh people, that's what we're talking about. Is you going down to them. What is their why? Why are they excited? Why do they need this? And then you feel a sense of accountability for why you need to work your business. Because yes, your family is so important, but y'all, your family is going to love you no matter what, whether you work this business or not. And 90% of the time, our business, or rather our why, is our family. So don't just hold your family on the pedestal of, I need to work this business because I need to provide for my family. Yeah, no shit. Everybody needs to provide for their family. We all have bills. We all have things we need to pay for. That's not strong enough. But people and a community, man, that's strong. Man, there's so much love. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, seriously, the amount of love and one team, one mission, and just like zero judgment that we have on this team is so huge to me. And I've always said and preached, like, this team is a no drama team, right? Like, I just will not tolerate it. And you should expect the same of your newbies. So when we're talking about bonuses, to like wrap this all around, we need to look at our team, because sis, your bonus will come when you help your team get the bonuses. And all we need to teach them is how to work this business, and to show other people how to do the same. So if we just do those two things, your bonus is freaking in the bag. Right? Like your bonus is here for you already. Like it's written your name on a script. It's just a matter of you showing 3 people, 6 people, 10 people, 12 people, however many people you possibly can, on how to earn these bonuses. Important things, just for those watching this on replay, I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but you need to be Fast Start qualified. You need to be commission qualified to earn these bonuses. And I need to look into the rules more, but typically, and don't quote me on this piece, but typically, if you're going to go for a bonus, number one, you need to place for your next promotion first. So for example, if you're pushing for a diamond bonus, you need to place to go ruby before you're worried about going diamond. You need to go ruby, and then you need to go emerald, and then you're worried about diamond. So we're all focused on the diamond goal, but you need to be placing for one step at a time. Hit your first promotion, then hit your second promotion, then hit diamond, right? So make sure when you're placing things, you're either asking your enroller / upline, or you're just be really careful with placement, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But typically, if you're going for a bonus, you need to have 6 personally enrolled customers. And a question that I get a lot is, do I keep the first 6 customers that I enroll? Because obviously everyone's shooting for diamond, but like some of these people who are asking me this question haven't even hit ruby yet. And that's not a bad thing, but you're asking me if you should keep 6 loyal customers or if you should move them. And my answer is going to be that you should move them for your ruby promotion, and then focus on getting your 6 personally enrolled customers after you've hit emerald for you to get that diamond bonus, right? So I just want to make sure that everybody is like super clear about where they need to place, where they need to move, where things need to go, because once it's moved, it's done. It can't be undone. So if you have any question or any inkling of like, I don't know where it goes at all, ask me, or please ask your enroller, because it is so crucial to everybody's promotion, yours and your team's. Okay. But having said all of that, you guys, there are so many bonuses on the line right now that like, I gotta change his diaper so that I can try and put him to sleep, but I'm gonna keep talking. That you have to be like hungry. Like if you're gonna earn bonuses, you gotta go after it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tag family and friends and people in your posts. Like this is the time where, without like better words, you beg. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have ever thought about supporting me, now is the time, because I am pushing for promotion and my team needs this. Like so-and-so is going to be able to pay off her car. So-and-so is going to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, like whatever it is, whatever your driver is. And people want to feel like they're helping a cause. Like they want to feel like they're doing and contributing to something. So whenever I send customers like a thank you note, or whatever it is, like, thank you so much for supporting my business. It's not just about their order. It's about the fact that they're allowing me, because of their order and because of their support, to be able to stay home with my kids. Like, that's my why. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I work so hard right now in this phase of my life, because I want to be able to continue to stay home with my kids. For you, it might be paying off debt, or, paying off your student loans, or maybe just you want to go to school, or maybe you just don't want to work 6 jobs. Like I think of Abby Chester, and she works a million gazillion jobs. And if she were to promote diamond or above in this business, she wouldn't have to do that. And I think of all of you guys, so don't get me wrong, but I'm just calling her out because that's an example. So think about your team when you think about these bonuses, because yours will come inevitably with helping other people achieve what they need to achieve in this business. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is I see so often, like, okay, so Nat and I have been doing these pushes, right? And I love the pushes. Don't get me wrong. Like, I freaking love them. And honestly, it holds me hecka accountable. Like, seriously. When I post the pushes and when I do the things, it makes me feel super accountable. Sorry, guys. He might cry, but I'm going to just keep going. But I see so often when we do these pushes that people are doing what's easy, aka posting, aka self-development, which, don't get me wrong, like we talk about all the time in this business, that this is a full circle business. You can't do one thing and expect it to work out for you. Like if you're not enrolling and you're only doing 1 or 2 things, like sis, hello, right? Like we talk about KPIs and 6 lists or whatever, because that's what we need to do every single day to be successful in this business. But ultimately, there are things that are income producing activities and things that are not. And when we see people who are just posting or just doing self development or just doing the two, it's like, do you not understand that you have to do, and maybe this is like a fault on us as leaders, and we need to be more like hold our newbies more accountable to their 6 list for them to be successful, is making them understand that this is a full circle business, and there are, like I said, things that are income producing activities, which for me is getting new potentials and putting people in the system, which means messaging and or getting haps up and building and growing your network. Like I said, this is a people-based business. Like, yes, we need to get people in the system, but at the same time, like we need to just get people on our pages. We need to get people watching us. And like I think so many people think that messaging is like the way they're going to sign somebody today. And messaging is not so that we sign someone. It's so that we become a bug in their ear, so that when they see our page pop up or they see our post the next day, they're going to keep watching us. Like, hey, this girl messaged me about, making extra money or whatever. And that's kind of weird. And I've never really thought about that. And I didn't reply to her, but like, I'm going to keep watching her posts. And it goes back to what Nat was saying about people are watching you. Whether they read your messages and don't reply, I don't give a shit. Like, seriously, stop messaging. And I know that sounds like harsh, but like, honestly, STFU. Like, we're not messaging to sign somebody today. Like, if I had $1 for every time that a newbie said that to me, or just anybody, even a seasoned distributor has said that to me. And it's like, it's not a bad thing. And I'm not like hating on you. You know what I mean? Like we love you. It's not a like bad thing. We've all been there. I've been there. Like I've been like, oh my God, I'm messaging so many people and people aren't enrolling. Well, that's why we don't, sorry. That's why we message, is just to get people watching us. So I want you to just like regroup yourself on what your daily activities mean. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's quite a few things that we need to do. There's 6 to 10 things that we need to complete every single day to like be successful in this business. Sorry, y'all. But at the same time, this is real life. This is real life. Hang on, one sec. Anyways, these are things that you need to think about when you're doing activities, and like when we're training specifically, is teaching people what is important, but also what we need to be doing every day. Like if you don't get a post up that day, that's fine, but like, have you at least gotten new potentials? Have you at least gotten a half up? Okay, to wrap everything up, be the example, you guys. Like, be the person that you want all of your distributors to be. Like, what do you want as a new distributor? When you think about your runners, like, are you being that person first? And then be real and educate people. Like, seriously, so many people either have never heard of It Works before ever, have never heard about It Works before ever, or like don't really understand what we do. You know what I mean? Like they just don't get it. And it's our job to show people like what this truly is. Like so many people, especially because of the older generation, like I don't know about you guys, but my parents were so like, oh, that's a pyramid scheme and whatever, or and I just think that there's a different generation coming about that we need to show people like what this really is, because there's such a lack of education. So does anybody else have anything to add? Or I'll just stop it. guys for hopping on, and I hope that this was helpful. And I love you guys. Hashtag mom life. I'll be sending messages right now while he's screaming. So I love you guys and thank you for hopping on.